Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to discuss one more important problem related to stacks. So here in this question we have given a string path which is an absolute path to a file or directory in a Unix style file system, and we need to convert it to the simplified canonical path. Okay, so here let's say we have given this input. So let's say this input is given to us. Okay, so now for this input, output should be, so here let's go one by one. So first, what approach we are going to follow here? So first we are going to split the components. So we are going to split the input path by slashes into individual components. Okay, so what is going to happen here? So we get the result like this. Then A, after that dot, after that B, and after B we will get double period, and again double period, and after that C, and then there is one more forward slash. So we are going to get a empty component. So here what we did, we split the component, we split the input path by slashes. Okay, so whenever we encountered this slash, so we just split the components like this. Okay, so here first we add blank component, after that A, after that one single period, and after that we get B, after that double period, and again double period, C, and one empty component. Okay, so here we split the input path by slashes onto individual components. Okay, this is our step 1. So step 2 will be processing the components. So here I will explain the rules that we need to follow to convert absolute path to the simplified canonical path. Okay, so here we are going to iterate through the components one by one. So first we encountered this empty component, so for this we are just going to skip. If we encountered any component like A, after that we get A, so for this we are going to push into the stack, and after that we get a single dot. Okay, so this means current directory reference. So whenever we encounter this one, we are just going to skip it. Okay, after that B comes. Okay, so now here we are going to push the B into stack. Push B, here we push A onto the stack, push B onto the stack, and after that we encountered double period. Okay, so double period means parent directory reference. Okay, so whenever we encounter this double period, we are just going to pop the top element from the stack. So here the top element is B, so we are going to pop B from the stack. Okay, so we are just moving up one level. Okay, in simple words. Now again we encountered double period, so this means parent directory reference. So now in the top element in the stack was A, so we are going to pop A from the stack. Now after this comes C, so we are going to push C into the stack, and now after C we get empty component, so we are going to skip the empty component. So this is the set of rules that we are going to follow to convert absolute path into the simplified canonical path. So in the first path we split the components, and after that we process those components. Now we are going to build, third step is we are going to build the canonical path. Okay, so after processing the components, the stack contains only the C component. So we will construct the canonical path by combining the components in the stack with slashes. Okay, so our canonical path looks like this. Okay, so we just combine the components in the stack with slashes, and our fourth step is here. As you can see, it is mentioned that the path does not end with the trailing slash, so our fourth step would be removing trailing slashes. Okay, so since the canonical path ends with the trailing slash, so we will remove it. So our canonical path after removing the trailing slash is like this. Okay, so this is our approach to solve this question. So now let's start solving this question. So we have one string simplify path, string path. So let's do one thing here. First we need to create a stack of string. Okay, and is equal to, we have given one string path. So first step, as I mentioned, we need to split the input path by slashes onto the individual components. So what we are going to do, we have given this string path and we are going to split it. So this is the function that is used to split. So here we give the regular expression which we are going to use to split the string into the individual components. So this is the regular expression given. Okay, so now here we split the input path by slashes. After that we need to create a stack of string, S should be capital, this is how a stack is declared here. And now once stack is created, we need to iterate through each component of this string. Okay, this is for each loop that I am writing now. Now after this, we are going to check whether our component is empty, and also we are going to check if our component is consists of a current directory reference. So we are going to check this step if the component is empty, and we are going to check if our component consists of a single dot. Okay, so these are the two conditions that we are going to check in if statement. If component dot is empty. Okay, so if it is empty, or component dot equals like this. Okay, dot equals single dot. So if this is the case, we know what we are going to do. So we are going to just skip the empty components and current directory references. Okay, so just I will write it here, continue, nothing we are going to do here. Okay, so after this if component, we are going to check if component dot equals double period. Okay, so if our component is like this, so in this case we are moving up one level. So here this is called parent directory reference, so we are just going to move one level up, but here we are going to move up one level if possible. Okay, so we need to write like this: if our stack is not empty. Okay, so in this case we are going to pop one element from the stack. Okay, so other than this, if we encountered any other element, then we are going to push that onto the stack dot push component. Okay, now once all this is done, now we need to use a string builder. New string builder. Okay, like this. and after this we are going to write one for each loop. So here let's create one string named directory dir, and it will go through each element of the stack string. Okay, so now we are just going to use append operation here. Result, in the result we are going to append each component. Okay, and then we are adding one slash. So this is our third step, as you can see here. This building canonical path. So whatever elements into the stack, we are starting it with forward slash. That here in the string builder itself I mentioned it has started point as forward slash, and after that we are inserting the element and then again add one forward slash. So every time whenever each component is adding into this result set, so we are going to use one forward slash. So once this is done, we are going to remove the trailing slash if the path is not empty. So if the path is not empty and there is one trailing space, then we are going to move that. Okay, remove that. So now here in the next step we are going to check whether if result dot length, spelling is right, result dot length is greater than 1. So if this is the case, then we are going to result dot set length. Let's set this the length and length as result dot length, as we are just removing the last component, last character here. Okay, so just write it like this, length -1. Okay, so now after all this, we in the end we just need to return result dot to string. Okay, so here as you can see at I am using string builder. So why I am using a string builder and not string? So actually we have more benefits related to string builder. So one thing is it is mutability, performance and memory usage. So string builder is mutable, which means you can modify its contents without creating a new object each time you make a change. So this is efficient for frequent string manipulations. But on the other hand, strings in Java are immutable, meaning once you create a string you cannot change its contents. Any concatenation or modification operation creates a new string object, okay, which can be inefficient when performed frequently. So that's the reason we are going to use a string builder here. Okay, now let's try to run this program. Let me remove it. For string components. Okay, so each test case is passed. So here let me add one more test case. So let me run it now to see the output. So here for this our output is like this. Okay, so let me submit this. Okay, so our program runs successfully in 4 milliseconds. Okay, so I hope this code helps you to understand little things about stack and clear your doubts regarding stacks and in its implementation. So if you like this video, then please share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks till then.